Greetings. Welcome back to the Outward Expression. I'm your host, Roman. And I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, and I really feel kind of bad about that. In reality, the truth is, it's been on my mind a lot lately. So I'm taking this opportunity to share a little something with you that um, may be of interest. In my last video, I explained that this channel was going to take a bit of a different direction and that direction being more towards interviews and things of that nature. But what I wanted to do today was share a bit of an observation. This morning, as is our custom, my wife and I stopped in at a local watering hole, which we frequent in. This is in Lockport, Illinois, a real nice little place. Well, nice is very subjective, so we're going to just leave that out there. But for the time being, we stop in there most Sunday mornings and have a drink or two, and then we're on our way. And um, I'll share a story with you later in another video explaining the personality of this place. I believe that institutions and particularly taverns and restaurants have a personality all of their own, and this particular place has a bit of a split personality, and I'll explain that another time. But suffice it to say that our experience there this morning was uh, okay. So let me set the stage for you. It's Sunday morning. It's about 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30, and we are arriving. And it's quiet. We're the only. There's one other patron in the place, but he's sitting off to himself. And we sat down and ordered our drinks. And maybe 5 minutes into having been there, a group of people walks in very loud, and that in itself is fine, I suppose, for Sunday morning. I guess if you're um, that type of personality is very loud, and I'm actually kind of good with that. But it wasn't just the volume, but there was a bit of aggression in their entrance. So a few more minutes passes, and it's clear that these people have either been drinking all night or they had been drinking from early on in the morning, because it was quite clear from their appearance. I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so one of the persons in this party walks up to the jukebox and puts on some music, and it's very loud. And when I say very loud, we're talking Sunday morning. This is so loud that you can't hear the person talking, sitting next to you, speak. So the bartender, who knows us, we're regulars there, she knows us. And so she turns it down a little bit. And that didn't go over well. So the music was again raised up to a almost intolerable level. And consequently, we lifted ourselves up out of our chairs and headed for the exit. The bartender comped us our drinks, and we left a nice tip for her. And the people who had caused the disturbance, who were, again, it wasn't just that they're loud. I like loud places. I really do. I used to be in a band, so I think I speak truthfully when I say I can tolerate some noise, but it's not the noise, but it's the spirit behind the noise. And in this instance, we had our fill, and we made our way out of the place. And the one of the persons in this party, now I'll give this man credit. He knew that their antics had driven us out of the place, and he offered a uh, sort of an apology. I wasn't sure if it was sincere or not, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he was apologizing for having driven us out with this wild behavior. So we made our way to another place across town, a place called Tavern on the Glen in Homer Glen. It's a real nice place. The food there I would highly recommend. As a matter of fact, I did a Yelp review of this place. Um, a while back, and the bartender, Devon, she is a remarkable woman. She, on a Sunday morning, the place is all to herself, and she runs the place. It appears that she runs the place. She serves all the tables. But today they had an unusually large crowd because they had Santa Claus in there and they hadn't provided the extra help that was needed to accommodate the extra crowd. And I had made up my mind. I told my wife on the way over there, I said, honey, I'd really like to sit at the bar. Okay, so I've set the stage. We walk into this place. It's a nice place in Homer Glen, Illinois. Uh, and I notice at the bar there are two open seats, but they're not together. And so I approach these two gentlemen who are sitting at the bar. And if they had just moved one seat over, that would allow room for my wife and myself to sit together. And that's what I did. I approached them. They were very accommodating, very happy to just move over. They moved over. They sat down. I invited Lori to come and sit next to me. And we sat there for a while and ordered our drinks. And I introduced myself to them. And we, exchanged names and so forth and pleasantries. And during the course of our visit there, we were sitting there having a good time and talking. And we got to talking to these guys who had moved over for us. And they had made mention that the one fellow said that he had lived in Frankfurt, which is a town not far from there, and they frequent this tavern, and we know somebody that works there. We got to talking. It turns out that the person that they know knows us. They're very good friends, and they are patrons, and these people happen to be our neighbors. I mean, next door neighbors who we get along with very well. And there's something to be said for making friends with your neighbors, which we strive to do, particularly the people who are directly adjacent to us. Made friends with them, and it turns out that they know each other very well, and they go way back. And well, they're getting married in the summer of the coming year, and we're looking forward to the wedding. We've been invited, and no doubt the people we met at this tavern will be invited. We had a lovely time. I mean, we really hit it off. And so I guess the point of that is um, that I guess you would call that a serendipity. I'm sure that most of you who are familiar with this channel know what a serendipity is, but it turns out, for those of you who don't, serendipity is when something bad happens and it leads to something good, or even really good. In this case, it turned out to be quite a great way to spend a Sunday morning. I feel like I made new friends, frankly, and uh, as you might expect, I did get best dressed man in the place for those of you who tune in for fashion. And on that note, I am wearing a polo uh, camel hair jacket and a Woolrich vest, polo Ralph Lauren polo trousers, and I think this is a Roth tie. This is a very heavyweight tie. But anyway, all of that aside, the point of the story is we left a place where we didn't feel a good vibe and ended up in a place where we did. And that vibe turned into something quite wonderful, memorable, even worthy of reflecting on. And I wanted to share that with you. And that's it. It's just kind of a little Sunday morning catch up with you. I hope that you'll continue to tune into this channel. I enjoy doing these brief little videos here, and I hope to be a little more diligent about making sure that I check in more frequently. And perhaps this is the launching pad for that. It's getting to be the end of 2025, and I'm hoping that 2026 will be even a better year. It's been nice visiting with you today. This is Roman. This has been the Outward Expression. Choose the good.